I have to say that it's incredibly difficult to assemble or to concentrate on the material required for these commentaries while there's obvious international mayhem everywhere. Iraq has descended into civil war, the Sunnis slaughtering Shiites, the Shiites slaughtering Sunnis, a kind of Dante-esque descent into hell. Thank you, George Bush and Tony Blair. Egypt looks as though it's moving to a military dictatorship. Syria is using barrel bombs against the rebels. Barrel bombs are bombs designed to explode in the midst of civilian populations. The Ukraine is on the brink of civil war, depending on the next pathological outburst from Putin. And on the African continent, the coastal carnage in Kenya was terrifying, orchestrated by Al-Shabaab, the Al-Qaeda group out of Somalia. Everybody knows what's happening with Boko Haram in Nigeria. And most distressing of all, Sudan and South Sudan are deteriorating into awful ethnic violence, now spreading ineluctably into Darfur again, yet again, over again. And then we have what is happening in the Asian world, where Pakistan is involved in internal ethnic violence. And in Sri Lanka, the Buddhists are murdering Muslims. And in Afghanistan, the Taliban is systematically cutting off the fingers of those who voted in the last presidential election. I mean, it is planetary madness. And it's very hard to concentrate and to focus on those issues that flow directly or indirectly from HIV and AIDS, also a contagion yet to be dealt with fully. And yet we must focus on them. Witness, for example, last week out of South Africa, where a conference held by Doctors Without Borders revealed that there are some 14,000 cases a year now of drug-resistant tuberculosis. 14,000. And of those 14,000, fewer than half get any treatment at all, and fewer than half of those on treatment are cured. And the treatments are appallingly brutal. Some 14,000 pills and painful injections over 2 years. Obviously, large numbers fall off. We do have alternative drugs in the pipeline, but the pipeline is controlled by the pharmaceutical companies interested in their patent protection. You can't find a pharmaceutical company that puts public need over private greed. In fact, the only thing that was positive about last week was the unanimous vote in the General Assembly of the United Nations to make His Royal Highness Prince Zaid the new International Commissioner for Human Rights. What a splendid appointment. What an excellent fellow. What a man who really cares about human rights. I had forgotten that Prince Zaid ran against Ban Ki-moon for Secretary General several years ago. Boy, did we make a questionable choice. That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.